In the silence of the night, under a thin blade of moonlight, a long serpent of stone winds itself across the spine of mountains. People call it the Great Wall of China. Books say it was built for defense, but books stay silent about what the wall has consumed, about the truth sealed inside its bricks. Every stone whispers a question. Why am I here? Whose blood rests under my skin? Whose last breath is trapped in my dust? This wall didn't just witness wars. It awakens in the silence of night. Centuries ago, when an emperor's word weighed heavier than the sky itself, millions of laborers marched across deserts and frozen mountains, carrying stones larger than their hopes. On their shoulders, weight enough to break bones, yet no voice dared rise. When a worker collapsed, their body was not returned home. The wall took them. They were buried inside the bricks they built. They say the wall needed not just mortar, needed bones. So today when you walk its steps, beneath you sleeps a father's rib, a mother's spine, a child's unfinished dream. Why build such a colossal wall? What enemy did it fear so deeply? They say emperors fear less the enemy outside, and more the darkness inside. The wall was not a weapon. It was a symbol of paranoia, a royal madness whispering, "Extend the wall, further, further." The length of the Great Wall is not a story of war. It is the story of a man who feared the world. Old workers believed, the wall breathes at night. Cold winds slip through the gaps, and voices rise between the stones. Groans, whispers, as if someone trapped beneath is calling, "Let me out." Soldiers guarding the wall saw dark stains on the stones, as if fresh blood had surfaced from the cracks. Many guards lost their minds to the cries of the night. Even today at some hidden places, mist rises from the wall, shaped like bones. A strange belief exists. Whoever touched the wall became part of it. Children were born in its shadow, grew beside it, played on its stones, and when they grew older, they worked on the wall again. It was a cycle. The wall swallowed entire generations. The steps you climb today carry the footsteps of a child, the breath of an old man, the heartbeat of a mother. On the path of the wall stood hundreds of villages, but the wall grew, and villages vanished. Names remained on maps, but the earth forgot them. Iron, stone, wood, entire forests and quarries were fed into the wall's hunger. A wall was built, but people disappeared. Such a massive wall, over impossible terrain. Who imagined it could be endless? They say the emperor wanted the world to believe a lie, that the wall never ends. It was a psychological weapon to conquer the enemy's mind before conquering their army. The longer the wall, the greater the illusion. You don't win a war with swords. You win it with fear. Inside the wall lie empty spaces, secret tunnels, sealed rooms. No guide mentions them. No history book describes them. Some say those who were buried alive still scream through the wall's veins. In some places, the soil beneath the wall looks dark, as if stained with ancient blood. Some call these stories, but those who understand history know that stories are born from truth. Look closely. After centuries of storms, wars and time, the wall still stands. Why? Because it wasn't just built. It was lived, carries breaths, memories, scent of pain. The Great Wall is not a structure. It is a living being, creature shaped by a million sacrificed lives. There is an old belief whispered in the villages near the mountains, not written in books, not taught in schools, just passed through firelight stories, from one trembling voice to another. Says, when darkness falls over the Great Wall of China, and the moon sinks low behind the hills, the wall is no longer stone, no longer silent. It becomes a memory buried in rock, pulse frozen in time. If a traveler, brave or foolish, places their palm against the cold surface of the wall, and closes their eyes. The wind stops breathing. The night holds its breath. All sounds fall away, until there is nothing but the slow echo of your own heart in your ears. And then, from inside the wall, you begin to hear. Not with ears, with a spine. Not like sound, like pressure, like something ancient trying to push through stone. People say the wall carries voices. Not legends, not spirits. Names that history erased, like chalk washed away by rain. First, those names are distant, like whispers drifting through a tunnel of centuries. They rise through layers of dust, echoing like forgotten prayers. A mother calling a son, a soldier begging the sky, a child laughing once, before silence swallowed the sound forever. Sometimes, it is just a murmur, a vibration beneath the fingers, like the wall is breathing beneath your hand, cold but alive. And then, there are rare nights, when the wall grows bold, when the moon is thin and sharp like a blade, and the wind moves like grief between the mountains. On those nights, the wall doesn't whisper to you, it whispers your name, low, as if searching for you, through centuries of stone. When that happens, the old belief says the wall has remembered you, not as a visitor, but as a part of its story, as if something inside it recognized a piece of itself in you. Because memory is not gentle here. Memory is a weapon, sharper than the swords that defended it, deeper than the graves beneath it. The wall's curse is not the bodies it holds, but the names it refuses to forget, names that cling to stone, long after the world forgets the flesh. So when the wind brushes your ear, as you walk the Great Wall at night, ask yourself, is it just the wind, or is it a voice, reaching out from the bones beneath the bricks, waiting, calling, remembering? Because the Great Wall of China is not made of stone alone. It is made of voices trapped in silence. It is made of names that never died. It is made of memory that refuses to fade. And if the wall ever speaks your name, then part of you will live inside it too. In the breath of the mountain wind, in the dust between the stones, in the great unending memory of a wall that was built with lives and never once forgot them. Today, tourists from around the world stand on the wall, taking pictures, smiling at the horizon, but they do not know. They stand on a tomb of millions. The emperor is gone, battles are dust, centuries have passed, yet the wall survives, because those who built it became the wall. It is said, whoever made the Great Wall is still here, watching, breathing in stone.